shenanigans.
You want to talk about this pit maneuver stuff. Tell us what's going on.
So, so pit maneuver for people who aren't in law enforcement or who had not been pulled over. PIT, PIT, as it relates to law enforcement and traffic violations, PIT refers to pursuit intervention technique. Okay, so what we are dealing with now is a story that came across the media, got hyped up over the past week. This is out of the state of Arkansas. There was a woman who is suing a state trooper after she claimed that he performed a pit maneuver dangerous suit intervention against her during a traffic stop. He clocked her, I believe, doing 84 in a 70 mile per hour portion of the interstate. He drove up on her with his lights, with his police lights and sirens going on, and felt that she didn't pull over fast enough. He felt that she didn't acknowledge that he was trying to pull her over. And so what he did was he did the pit maneuver, which he took his car and rammed into her. So he was behind her, pursuing her on the highway. He rammed into the back of her car, causing her to flip and crash. And this was a woman who was pregnant at the time. So Neo's going to show you, footage of the actual incident in the moment. But while you're watching this footage, I want to ask the question, or ask the panel, ask our viewing audience, do you think these pit maneuvers need to be banned? So let's just take a quick look, and I'll give you, after you watch this, I'll give you some more background information on what the laws are in terms of stopping, pulling over on the highway when a cop comes behind you and lets you know that you are being stopped and we need you to pull over. But I just want you to watch this and see if you think this was the appropriate maneuver.
Gotcha. Now she's turning on her hazards, slowing down. So she got over to the right lane. And then 2 minutes in, decides to initiate his maneuver because she continued driving.
They hit the inside wall.
And he just crashed.
They roll over, give me EMS started. Get out. Come on out. Why didn't you stop?
Because I didn't feel like it was safe.
Well, this is where you ended up.
I'm pregnant.
Well, ma'am, you've got to pull over when we stop.
I had my flash.
It doesn't matter, ma'am.
I just left the movies in Cabot. I went with my dad's girlfriend and my nieces. And I was on my way home.
Okay, well, I told you you were running 84, and then when I
know that I was speeding. I agree with you. I was
all you had to do
speeding.
was pull over, ma'am.
I didn't even think it was safe for me to pull
Ma'am,
over
this is
there.
what we do out here.
I
We're
just
trying to
didn't
get you
feel
to
like the
stop.
shoulder was big enough
Okay, well,
with
this
the
is what
wall.
happens when people don't stop for us.
You
We stop
wreck
them.
us?
We hit the vehicle. Do we anticipate them rolling over? Absolutely not. Been doing this for 27 years, ma'am. And when people don't stop, we have no idea what's going on inside the vehicle. I even pulled up alongside of it.
I know, and then blinded me with the light.
When people don't stop for emergency vehicles, we end this right here, right now. All you had to do was slow down and stop.
I did slow down. I turned on my hazards. I thought I was doing the right thing. I know. I do understand what you're saying. But do you understand what I'm saying too? I didn't think this was enough room for you to come up beside my car and for you to be safe, honestly.
Well, I get that, but this is what we do.
All right, let's.
So again, my question to the panel is, one, what do you think about these pit maneuvers? And two, do you think that she was well within her right to keep going? She says that she was trying to pursue a safe spot for her to pull over.
All right, Johnny. With us, Johnny? Let's move on to Rob B. Go ahead.
The pit maneuver is an absolutely effective means for ending a pursuit. It's been used for decades, and I really don't see an issue with it because it's not a ram. What it is you're basically coming up and clipping the rear quarter panel, and that basically throws off your trajectory. Typically, it causes the car to wobble really, really hard, but you lose your momentum. Um, and where she's saying that the shoulder didn't have enough room for my car alone, but my thoughts were also for the officer that didn't need to be standing beside my car, like there was literally not enough room. She's completely incorrect on that. There is an easement, there's an emergency lane, there's an easement that's right there. And I've gotten pulled over on multi-lane highways. I have. And you pull over into that lane. She threw her four-way lights on, and sure, but she didn't slow down her rate of velocity. She may have still been going 70 miles an hour, but traveling the speed limit with your four ways, whatever. And she should have pulled over. Is the crux of it. There was enough space for her to do it safely.
I'm going to definitely disagree with you.
Yep.
We got you, Rob B. We coming at you.
Oh hell yeah! I'm totally expecting it.
We're coming at you.
Look, I mean, listen. He didn't know who was in the car. He didn't know what was going on. I have seen high-speed chases happen for hours before they try the pit maneuver sometimes because they want to make sure something's done safely. If they have an idea of what the situation is, what's going on. This lady, 2 minutes in, I mean, listen, as a black man who has to drive through the South often, or has driven through the South often, there have been times where I have felt scared to pull over in a situation where, I might be by myself, unlighted, with a police officer. I have the right to wait until I find a safe space to pull over, as long as I'm not indicating that I am a flight risk. She was not a flight risk. She pulled over to the right lane. She slowed down twice. She slowed down when she pulled over, then she slowed down when he put on his flashers. She slowed down, put on her own flashers to give him an indication that, hey, I plan to slow down and stop. She was not running from him. She was not trying to evade him in any way. She was, to me, even when I first looked at it, I could see that she was just looking for the reason had to be, even before I heard the audio. I hadn't heard the audio. My first inclination was that she was looking for a safe place to stop. That had to have been the reason, because I know on those shoulders, I've been on shoulders like the ones that she had, where she had maybe like 3-4 feet or whatever it is, maybe 6 feet of shoulder. Those things are dangerous. I mean, even when you just stop on them. So the first thought was that she was looking for someplace safe. And 2 minutes, literally 2 minutes in, to not give her an opportunity to pull over in a safe spot, and he just hits the back of her, flips her car. That's ridiculous.
We don't have the full video. We don't have the full context because he could have been observing her.
On his lights.
But she could have been observing her drive erratically for a lot longer than that.
But even if he was tailing her a lot longer than that, this was not a high-speed chase. This was not a chase. This was based.
She was not evading.
Based off of a speeding infraction. This was not a criminal. This was not someone they had a warrant.
They just killed somebody or something.
This was just a regular traffic high-speed chase. And even before Gianni gets into it, again, Rob is in Canada. The laws may be different in Canada than what they are here in the United States. In the States here, the laws are different state to state. This was in the state of Arkansas. And according to the traffic laws by the state of Arkansas, the driver has the right to pull over and pursue a safe space by turning and letting and indicating to the police officer by slowing down and putting on their blinkers. She did. And so he didn't even know the own laws of his state. There was nothing in this particular initial traffic stop initial traffic pursuit that said that this woman, this person in this car,
danger to
was
anyone in any way.
was any type of jeopardy. And like Neo said, he didn't know who was in the car. There could have been a bunch of, like, she was pregnant, but he didn't know who was in the car. He didn't know if there were kids behind her. Like, to clip her like that so quickly and to assume that she was a threat made absolutely no sense.
Even if she was
And
trying to
by
get just to the
law,
next exit, allow that.
and and to your point, Neo, the next sign on the exit said the next turnoff, the next safe spot was a mile away. Now, I don't know if she was planning to drive an entire mile, but the law allows her, if it's at night, if she feels that she's not safe, the law allows her to drive that mile to a safe space. He would have been perfectly fine following her the way he did at a safe distance until she got to a safe space. And again, she slowed down and she put on her lights to say, I recognize you. And so then to flip her, that's
That was way off. Johnny, you there?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yep, we hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. I was just gonna say that no, I agree with you guys that well, I don't think Rob agrees, but I agree with you guys that it was wrong, only because it did look unsafe, and I think we're all familiar with the highway and shoulder and that wall is too close. Like anything, a slip of a driver's arm could ram you guys. You know what I mean? Like on the shoulder of that highway. So it's very. But I will say, I don't think they should get rid of that maneuver
Yeah, I don't think so.
entirely. I think that they should get rid of it for like those type of traffic stops or whatever. Like it should only be for like high speed chases with criminals that or people that they are.
All you had to do was follow the law.
The pit maneuver is not usually used at high speeds because it's a difficult maneuver to establish because you have to get your front bumper to the rear quarter panel and nudge it. It's not a high speed maneuver. It's a low speed maneuver deterrent. High speed is putting up roadblocks and spikes.
But Rob, it never should have been used by law. It never should have been. She did nothing wrong. Again, I'm going to read you. According to the Arkansas State Driver's License and Law Guide, when drivers are being stopped by police, they have the right to activate their turn signal or emergency flashers to indicate that they are seeking a safe place to stop and pull over to the right side of the road.
All you gotta do is follow the law.
And he, like Neo said, he acted like within 2 minutes. This wasn't an extended pursuit. This wasn't an extended chase.
2 minutes from the time he put on his flashers. So
yeah, and
we saw that.
I mean, he never had the opportunity to run her license plate or anything.
Yeah.
Like this.
What kind of threat she is? What kind of nothing. It's it was.
He got lucky in that she wasn't really injured. She was pregnant at the time. She went on to safely, deliver her baby. But this could have ended a completely different way when she wasn't trying to evade the police at all. She was looking for a safe space.
Oh no, if that had been my wife and my baby, there's a decent chance I would have been in jail for assault on an officer. So it's a decent chance. I'm just saying. I don't know. I can overreact with certain things, and that's one of those things that I might overreact.
A black man getting killed by police.
Yep. That would have been me. That would have been me. Y'all would have been talking to me the next day on the show.
Oh,
man, that's dank.
That would have been or perception of reality.
It's perception of reality. All right, so let's get to these comments online. Mike Winter says on YouTube, how does it improve public safety to cause a wreck for a speeding ticket? How does that improve? That's a great question. Because the people behind her could have easily been injured as well. Jeanette says there are shoulders that aren't wide enough. There are shoulders that are not wide enough. Absolutely. Ashley says if it was dark road, I would do the same to waiting to a well lit area. if she wasn't increasing her speed, he could have followed her. Jacqueline Robinson's going 14 over the speed limit doesn't warrant those actions by the officer. She totally acknowledged the police. This is from Jose. So looks like you're in the minority, Rob B. Extreme minority. You're one out of like 40 right now.
Probably could have handled it differently, especially since by law it was within her rights
All right.
to seek a
And
safer place.
it's perception, right? Because if the police officer, to me, when I look at that highway, there's a safe place for you to pull over.
All right. Gianni Storm. Let's get to the next hot topic. Truth, lies, shenanigans.